Hello everyone, back tuning into today's video. We're going to have a look at the JMA and CFSV2 long range models for today's video. So yeah, it's JMA Friday. It's time to bring you a month-end look over Japanese and CFSV2, and I shall get on with that for you very shortly. Just say that the first video released today was our nice little 3-minute forecast. Let's have a look at weather for the next few days, 7 AM upload. And also we released the ECMWF extended video today as well. So that's taking us right to the end of May. Although signals for May are very, very, very elusive today and very mysterious with the ECM extended. We'll see whether the JMA and CFSV2 can shed more light. If you enjoy the content on my channel, then please like, share, and make sure to subscribe to our channel. We are trying to get ourselves to 11k subscribers, so thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, so we're going to begin with the JMA 500 millibar height dynamics from the North Pole view down. So, of course, this is the North Pole of Northern Hemisphere just here. The wider Arctic Circle is around there. And we've got the middle latitudes around here. Blue is extrapolating to below average heights, which is low pressure. Yellow, orange, and red to above average heights, which is high pressure. These are broken down to week periods. The first week period takes from the 16th through to the 23rd of April. The coming week will have high pressure dominating across the UK and Northern Europe as well. Low pressure is all pushed away to our northwest. So there should be a lot of dry and anticyclonic weather in the weekend, with high pressure well and truly in control. Week 2 is going to take us from the 23rd to the 30th of April, still with above average heights sitting over the UK and also a little bit to our northwest, which might start to pull in something a little bit cooler from the east or the northeast perhaps. But overall it's an anticyclonic signal again for week 2, so the rest of April should be dominated by high pressure with quite a lot of dry weather. Whoops, we're going to go there. Right, so week 3 is going to take us from the 30th of April to the 14th of May. Bit of a change, below average heights developing to our south and southwest. Looks like we started to lose the high pressure signal to some degree. So this could start to pull up something a little bit warmer from the south, but it might also start to turn more unsettled, and would be particularly so the more southern areas, perhaps bringing some heavy rain into the south, maybe even turning a little bit volatile, perhaps even hints of a little bit of thunder. With that kind of pattern with low pressure around Spain and Biscay. So let's have a look at the tropical mid-latitude view. So British Isles in the top right-hand corner of the chart as you are looking at it on this view. There we are. Reminder of a week 1 500 millibar height anomaly with high pressure centered right over top of the country. We can't see the Arctic and polar view, by the way. That's off the chart up here. But we had a look at that view down so we know what's going on. Right, so week 1 taking us from the 16th, 23rd of April. High pressure brings lots of dry and fine weather. Temperatures are a little bit warmer than average for northern and western parts of the country, nearer normal elsewhere. It is perhaps a slightly milder week coming up than we've had for a little while. And it's also drier than average as well. This is the precipitation forecast for week 1, particularly so for England and Wales. Moving through to week 2, which is going to take us from the 23rd to the 30th of April. Again, we have high pressure dominating weather over UK and Ireland. Temperature anomalies are mild now. So this is a little bit of a change on some of the model output, because some of the model output has suggested like it's continued to be quite cool for the rest of April. But JMA looks like it's going for a warm second half to April. So a milder, warmer second half of the month with above average temperatures and relatively dry as well. So that's quite a nice week for week 2. Actually, the final week of April brings drier and warmer weather. And then go through the weeks 3 and 4, which is going to be the 30th of April to 14th May. And we have low pressure then developing to our south, which may be threatening some thundery conditions, perhaps to more southern parts of the country. Temperature anomalies look like they're beginning to drop away a little bit, so probably still slightly above average, but it's not as mild as it is in weeks 1 and particularly in week 2. And it does turn a little bit wetter, especially so for England and Wales. So I think this could be starting to turn wetter down in the south. We could be getting some rain coming into the south. And as I say, with low pressure pushing up from Spain and Biscay, there would be the possibility with that we could see a bit of convection coming along. So maybe some thundery hints there from the JMA. Right, that's that one done. Let's have a look at CFSV2, see how that compares. So these are 500 millibar heights broken down into week pairs. The first week pair takes from the 16th to 22nd of April. The coming week, again, dominated by high pressure. So agreement between the two models. The first week, week 1, is dominated by anticyclonic weather. Week 2 is going to take us from the 23rd of April to 29th, virtually to the end of the month. Again, above average heights, high pressure sitting over to the east and north of the country, low pressure out here. Should be a lot of dry weather. The thing with this is that probably pulling up some quite warm air from the south with that. So the CFS also looks like it's turning things warmer for week 2, taking us into the end of April. Week 3 is the 30th of April to the 6th of May. Above average heights, high pressure then sitting to our east and south. Low pressure out to the northwest. That should be quite nice as well. I would have thought a lot of dry weather with that, especially for more southern and eastern areas. And probably quite warm again, bringing the air up from the south. So definitely the suggestion here with JMA Friday. We didn't see this with the ECM extended, but definitely the suggestion with JMA Friday, but we're going to get some warmer weather for the end of April. And then go through to week 4, which is the 7th to the 13th of May. High pressure then, a little bit to our south. There's no particular signal for low pressure, but I would have thought we'd probably start to see some lower pressure forming around here. And so this might be starting to turn a bit more unsettled and maybe a little bit more westerly. That said, even then, the southern areas, you would expect quite a bit of dry weather on offer, and still probably reasonably mild or warmish for southern parts. Temperature anomalies for week 1, 16th, 22nd of April, CFSV2, very close to average. It's been a little bit cooler than average south. Most of the continent still looks very cold, by the way, very chilly there. A little bit warmer than average, though, for Scotland. All areas turn warmer than average for week 2. So agreement with the JMA and the CFS models that this last week of April is going to be quite a warm week. So above average temperatures coming up there. Probably the warmest it's been for several weeks, in terms of anomalies to average. Week 3 is also warmer than average. This is the 30th of April to the 6th of May. So a nice couple of weeks there of warmer than average temperatures, significantly so across the continent as well, like 2 degrees above average there. And still a little bit warmer than average week 4 actually, which is the 7th to the 13th of May, but a bit less so compared to particularly weeks 2 and 3. Nevertheless, it looks like we're turning things warmer if the CFS and the JMA are right, as we come to the end of April and into May. And then finally precipitation. So week 1, precipitation anomalies from CFSV2 from 16th to 22nd of April. Largely dry and average, especially so for more southern areas. Week 2, 23rd of April to 29th is nearer normal. To possibly, certainly to our south and southwest anyway, hinting at being a bit wetter. So that might be a rather more changeable week there, even though it is warmer. Week 3 is the 30th of April, 6th of May. That one again, near normal, possibly losing a signal now. And then week 4, again, I think we've pretty much lost the signal at this point, which is the 7th to the 13th of May. So that's all quite interesting, isn't it? And certainly stronger signals than we had with the ECM extended, which really from like the beginning of May onwards didn't have a signal. But it looks like the JMA and the CFS are in agreement that things are going to warm up as we come into the final week of April. So this coming week is like a bit transitional and probably still a little bit on the cool side, if anything. But by the final week of, or the final full week of April, looks like we should be going into above average temperatures, and that could carry on into the beginning of May as well. So a relatively warm start to May if these two models are right, and quite a bit of dry weather on offer as well. So spring could be about to return or commence, depending on your point of view. Have we had any spring yet? I suppose we did in March. But whatever, spring could be on the way for the end of April and into May, if JMA Friday is correct today. Remember, it's just a snapshot of what models are showing. Could all look very different next week. Any forecast beyond 5-7 days comes with big health warnings. So that's it for JMA Friday for this week. We'll be back later on with your 10 to 14 day update, which will include all of break features, and I'll tell you at the end of that one what we've got coming up over the weekend. It'll be quite a busy weekend at GavsWeatherVids actually, as we begin the countdown to the early May. bank holiday weekend. But more about that in today's final video, and that'll be coming up very shortly. But JMA Friday for this week, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.